And so, from that point of view, I'm very happy with Almas's definition of enlightenment. Because when he talks about enlightenment, he says it's very simple. It's not this grand recognition of the unity of all. Although it's clear to me that he's experienced that. When I listen to him, that's the sense I get. And I had that experience almost once. But it was under the influence of a substance. The substance was ayahuasca, which is a great spiritual teacher. And I'm not getting into that conversation right now. But I set this intention before the ceremony of experiencing God. I was going to go for it. I was going to go for the big enchilada, you know. For once, I wanted to experience God, you know. Because people have, you know, or universality, or whatever the word is. I mean, God is just a word. I wasn't going to experience any particular religion. I just wanted to get the whole picture. And I've seen people do it. I've been in retreats where people have these spiritual experiences where they really get the connection, the love, the beauty. And anyway, I did the ceremony, and I had the influence of the teacher, ayahuasca. No angels, no staircases, you know, leading up to the heaven. No trumpets in the sky, nothing. Okay? I missed it again. And then I go outside, and there are the trees, looking like trees. But all of a sudden, they're not like trees. They're real beings who are somehow, they're not talking to me, but they're communicating with me. They're not saying anything in particular, but they're not separate from me, is what I'm saying. Then this flock of Canada geese. And I got it. That's God. She or he is not going to show up with trumpets and angels, not for me anyway. But it's been there all along. And all that morning, I was just looking at the trees and the geese and the grass, and there was this perfect unity. I had the experience. But of course, the experience was induced because the plant was in me. So I could see things that otherwise I can't see. And by a week later, the trees were just trees again. Except when I look at trees now, I kind of say to them, and I have said this, you know, you can't fool me. I know you're in there. Well, of course, the trees are not trying to fool me. I'm not the one that ends up fooling me, and it's that addicted mind of mine. And so Alma says that the enlightenment is not really this big experience. All it is, if for a moment you cannot be controlled by your mind, by your personality, then in that moment you're enlightened.